start gaming 2015 with Rohit Gupta.
Thank you, Ali. So, first a quick question to all of you, like how many of you do you know about roller games? Has anybody heard of it? Okay, couple of them. Yeah, so when I was starting Molecule, one of the main reasons and one of the biggest motivation behind this starting this company was to actually become one of the best game developers in the world. Right? That was the idea that I had, and I wanted to create games that are entertaining to everybody. Right? And very recently, in fact, over a period of 4 years, I learned a lot of things, and I came to understand exactly what gaming is. When I was starting out, I used to play a lot of games, but when I actually started making them, I realized that playing games and making games are entirely different things. Right? So my second question to all of you would be, how will you define a great game? What are the qualities of a great game? Who can answer me that? So let's do this. I mean, let's have this as an interactive conversation so that we both are engrossed and nobody sleeps. Right? So tell me, what? So everybody is here is interested in making games? Yeah, everybody? That's good. And I'm also assuming that it will be a mix of people, like art, design, programming, and things like that. So that's what's made gaming a very, very unique field to be in. So tell me, what makes a great game?
Sleek UI.
Sleek UI? Okay.
We are having fun to play.
Fun to play? Okay. Story? Can you give me an example of a game which is very popular, which is without a story? Happy Bird? What else? So let me ask you this. What kind of game would you like to create? Like, what is your ambition? There are a lot of games that are created in the world, like on a day-to-day basis. And you must be having a favorite game as well. So what is it? What is that one game that you would want to create? Who will answer me that?
MMO.
What?
MMO.
So that's a genre.
Yeah.
Right.
Like World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft? Okay.
Call of Duty.
What?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty? Okay. Strategy is a genre, not a game. Here, someone here. League of Legends, okay. Dota 2, okay. Need for Speed? Okay. Skyrim, okay. Crimson Land? Okay. Okay, so what is common among all these games? So nobody mentioned Angry Birds, surprisingly. Nobody mentioned any mobile game that is popular these days, like Flappy Bird, for example. So what is common among all these games? Flappy Bird is fun, right? One of the ingredients that you mentioned makes a great game. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to create that. Angry Birds is fun to play. Then why World of Warcraft, for example, stands out? What is the difference between World of Warcraft and Angry Birds, for example?
World of Warcraft is a MMO,
It's a genre.
Yeah,
Give me a generic answer.
Gives the user interactive continuously with the game.
Max Payne is also complex, for example. You must have heard of Max Payne, right? It's a game. And interactivity gives a lot of things, right? Max Payne will do that. But there is a difference between Max Payne and World of Warcraft. A lot of people, I know a lot of people who want to create World of Warcraft, but nobody wants to create Max Payne. Why?
In World of Warcraft, you can create your own character and control it however you want.
Tell me in a very abstract. There will be a lot of games in which you can create characters. What is that one quality that defines World of Warcraft? Level of engagement is the right answer. And again, when we say level of engagement, you can get engagement for like 30 days from a game, which is super fun to play. And you could get engagement for a game which goes for years and years. A game on which people are able to create careers, right? You must have heard of professional gaming, right? People create careers in games. They play FIFA, for example. They play Dota, for example. They play World of Warcraft, right? These are the kind of games that you should aim at creating. When I was starting this company, Rollicube, nobody told me this, right? And I never even sat down and thought that what should be my aim when I'm creating a game. What I really focused on was creating fun, which is definitely out there. But I didn't give it a thought like how long should that fun last, right? That is the very important thing that you should always keep in mind when you're designing your game. Second, graphics. I always thought that graphics is like the single most important thing that is required in any game. I think a good analogy for this will be garam masala. For example, when you're creating a dish, if you put garam masala into that, it adds a flavor. Right? But that doesn't mean that that dish will not be tasty, for example. It will add more taste to it. So graphics is like the garam masala. And there are a lot of dishes in which you even don't need that. Right? So that is how you should look at graphics. Fun, you should look like a salt, right? The engagement. If the food is tasty, for example, you will keep coming back to it again and again. So it is like a salt. You can't have a game, it won't taste good if you create a game which is not fun to play for years to come. If that is an aim that you are having, that I'll create a game which will last for decades, for example, then you will create a game which will last at least for a year. Right? The games that I have created till now didn't last for more than 3 years, for example. Right? So I started this company back in 2009. I'll show you guys the first game that we created. How many of you know the first game that we created? Anyone? Squash. That's right.